Sir, kindly confirm whether it is visible. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Thank you, sir.
Visible. Rakesh ji, visible.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, first step is to log into the admin.google.com using principal's ID. The people ID which has been shared, log into that ID and come to the user section. Come to the user section. The first activity which we are supposed to do is remove all non-active users. Remove all non-active users. Any user who is non-active, please remove him. Second, the TC cases. TC cases, please remove all TC cases. Any resignation cases of staff, that also please deactivate. Third, any student who is transferred from your school. Don't worry about whether the other school is taking in or not. Please remove him from the account. So, non-active users are TC cases, transferred cases, resignation cases, and non-active users. How to remove them? As usual, select the name of the child and you can click here and delete the user. Okay. Same step you have to repeat for all activities. I request all principals to just put one checkpoint here. This is the checkpoint for all PGTCS that they should complete this particular activity on or before, let us say, 30th. On or before 30th. All inactive users should be removed from our this login ID. There are many ways to do this. I am showing only the simple ways so that it may appear repeated, but it will be easy to finish it. So please follow these steps. If any other better steps are there, we can share it also here in this platform. Everybody is available here, we can share it. Okay. After removal of all TC cases, now we will look for promotion cases, classroom promotion activities. There is a way to do it here also, but better way is to go to organizational unit, down here, down, manage organizational units. Please watch my cursor here, manage organizational units. So that done, we will reach the first point where we started our G Suite activities. The same point, I am showing it for my school. It is applied for all other schools in the same manner. I go to 1809 KB Vijayanarayanam here. And no need to touch the staff section. No need to touch the staff section unless otherwise there is a promotion of staff. Don't do anything in the staff section now. Only go to the student section. Student section. Okay. You can see the list of OUs. This is called OU. In case of any doubt, please raise. We can discuss it out again and again. So, in our current situation, we are going to have our old 12th class students also with us. That is the current running batch, as well as the new batch of 12th class student also is going to come. So, We will start with the highest class in your school. Whichever school is having less than 12th class, they have to follow the same step in the highest class. Class 10th, class 12th is my highest class. I am coming here. Go down to the right corner, click on the vertical ellipsis there and edit. Okay. This one, I am just marking it as class 12th old. I am not removing this because those students are still with us. So this part should be taken care of. If you remove this structure, all that students will be coming back to your staff. So don't do that. Just click old and update. No deletion required. Take few seconds to update. Yeah. You can see class 12th old. Okay. Now come to class 11th and come to class 11th. I am having only one section. The same is applied for all other schools. Go to edit. Make it 12, description 21, 22. Few seconds takes for updation. Yes, Miss Sangeeta.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam. Yes, madam. Please go ahead.
Sir, regarding that deactivating, removing the inactive students and all, can it be done from teacher's account or should it be done from principal's account, sir?
I would prefer doing it with principal's account.
Okay.
Okay. All admin activity continue with the principal's account only. So that whenever we are taking statistics, it will be very clearly available there in one click. If we do it in different anyway, we have to track that, will become difficult. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we go ahead and again for class now 10th A and 10th B old, same process. Don't make it 11th, just mark it as 10th A old.
Rakesh sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Yes, sir, sir. Please, sir.
Sir, instead of making it old, because the year is 2021 and we are making the new class into 21-22.
Yes, sir.
Will it create any problem like, or do we have to compulsorily make it old?
Which one, sir? This old status, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this old status because these children are currently with us. Their classroom activities, we are not going to touch anything.
No. What I mean to say is, do we have to change the name of the class instead because the year is same?
Yes, sir.
2021 only left out.
Yes, sir.
We can make 9th as.
This description does not reflect anywhere else other than this panel.
Okay.
So when you are handling your report section, it will only come as class 10A.
Right.
So filtering another reporting, it you will have say if you are having two sections, you may have 160 students in 10th A and B.
Okay.
Description never comes anywhere else. It is only for the admin to see.
Okay. So year changing is not going to help much.
No, not anything, sir.
Thank you.
So similarly, class 9th has to be progressed. Like that, we can carry on for all other classes. Okay, so this is one step which we have to do, and we have to create 2 new classes here, 2 new OUs. So that has to be done here. In the students, you have to click and create class 1A 2021, class 1B 2021. Sorry, 21-22. Demo, I will change it later. So after doing promotions only, please create the last class. The last class should be created, class 1A and 1B. If sections are more, accordingly, you have to follow this. This is the first step that you have to initiate. Many may be thinking why these steps are important, because at the principal's desk, this is the most important activity, because later words, when we are supposed to track students, when we are supposed to generate OUs, reports and other things, we need pakka information of the student. So this part should be taken care very seriously. So this step, once it gets over, we can come back to the dashboard user section. There is another way also, which says that you have to download all the users, then change the OU and then again upload. Please don't do that. Don't waste your time there. This is the easiest way. Okay, downloading itself, when all our 70,000 students data are going to be downloaded, it will take a lot of time for every school. Please don't do that. This is the easiest way. Please follow this method. Especially my request to the technical teams there, please follow these steps. It will be easy to do. Okay, because we have major work in the Google Classrooms. No need to waste much time here. If these things are okay, we can move on with the next part. May I have a little feedback, sir?
Yes, sir.
I think some query is there related with. In class 9th, students are shuffled as Sanskrit and Hindi. All Sanskrit students are in one section. In class 9th, how to do promotion, sir? Sir, this matter already we had discussed in the initial days. Anyway, if Sanskrit students are going to be one class, then you have to apply this strategy. Okay. Let me show you that strategy, sir. Again, this, sir, I'm showing that particular part. Let me say this Akash Vanaraj, the boy here, is a Sanskrit student. Is a Sanskrit student. You can select all Sanskrit students. You can select all Sanskrit students by clicking here. Then you have to go for more and go for change organizational unit. I'll show that also. Just you have to select the class from here. So 9th A, if you are moving, you can go for class 9th A. I think it's clear, sir.
Clear. My computer science teacher with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes.
Yes, sir. If you are having multiple users to move, multiple users into different classes to move, you need to select them individually. You cannot do by OU. You have to do it here in the users. Okay. Once,
Sir,
yes,
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes,
Vimal here
Vimal.
from KV Wellington.
yes, sir. Vimal, sir, please.
Sir, instead of moving all the students, why don't we change the name of that class
There is no
from
concept
class?
class here. There is no concept of here. in this particular,
Yeah, that's why, sir.
in the organizational unit.
Yeah.
See, the idea is there are two things. One is
Yeah.
security aspect, and one thing is
Mhm.
usability.
Correct.
Okay, so if you want to just make class change here of the child, it will only reflect in that particular class, not in the reports whenever we download or all those things. Okay, so it is better to shift the OUs. Shifting OUs is the best.
Sir, whether it will show the old name of the class?
Which one?
If you don't shift, if we just
That parallel updation from the profile we have to do of the individual child. That the individual children
Okay.
will do. That the children will do it. I'm coming to that next section, sir.
Okay, okay.
But this I am looking purely what our technical team as well as our region has to do this part. That is what we are looking forward. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
If this is over, we can move ahead with this. It is a simple task. It takes only around maximum half an hour for a 5-section school. We have tried it out and we have reset our whole account fully, so it will work out. Let us now move on with the Google Classroom, where major work is there. Google Classrooms. So from the principal account, again I suggest here only from the principal account. So is the new tab visible? The Google Classroom tab, dashboard.
Yes, sir, it is loading.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Sir, here comes the most important job. Opinions of renaming the class, copying the class, and all those things. Okay, like some of our friends would have suggested. Is it audible, sir? Hello? Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There was a small network failure. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So some of our teachers would have suggested to go for copying the class. They will apply this strategy here. Click on here and go for copy this class. Okay. Please don't permit. I request all principals, sir, kindly don't permit this copying class, because in the next stage it will lead to assignment copying the old marks, answer papers, and all those things. So it is better to start fresh. For starting fresh, we can do some little activities to reduce our work. Okay, I'm showing that particular area. Please follow these steps only, so it will help you out. If any other better opinions are there, we can share it here. It is a common open platform. So we will create a template based system. The PGTCS is available there. They know about that template system. So we will just create a classroom template here. By clicking on create join, we will create a classroom template. Classroom template is 1809. According to your school number, it will start underscore. Just put some whatever common things are required that you can put here. Class. Just I am putting here temp. Okay. Leave everything blank and say create. Why I suggested not to go for copying? Because for individual teacher it is only one to be copied, but when we are doing for the entire school, the copying, and if the classroom is having many assignments and all other activities, it takes lot of time. It takes lot of time and it takes lot of effort and patience from both the ends. Work will not move. So it is better to create a template class. Okay, create a template class, and inside this template class, please come inside the template class. Come to the settings area and turn off the invitation code. It will be usually on. You have to turn off the invitation code. Okay, just for safety purpose only, nothing much to worry, so that the invitation is not by mistake also doesn't go to any child. Okay, once that done, come back to the classroom and inside the classwork, create all mandatory topic like class timetable. This is only one time, need not worry. Class timetable. Then let us say if I start with a smaller class, it is English. This mandatory topic list we have already circulated in the first training session. That reference you can use. If it is not available, I will share it in the G Suite group once again. From there you can pick it up again. Subject wise, please finish all the activities and come back to the dashboard. Come back to the classroom dashboard. Here your template class is there. Okay, when we are copying from a class, it doesn't serve us any purpose because the roster doesn't comes to us, nothing comes to us, only the assignment and all those last year's data comes to us. All assignment have to be reposted, which we can actually use it separately here. Okay, so need not worry, don't go for copying class, increases the time. Once the template is formed, click here and generate as many copies as you want. Okay, by changing the name. Copy of class. Let me say I'm going to start with class 1A. I'll just show only one class. You can create yourself other and give the section or subject or room just the 21-22 and say copy. Okay, so the class gets created. Similarly, again and again we can create from the template. It is much faster and you get the class here. You can see the class is generated here. Okay, now this class is only having the structure. All mandatory structure will be automatically there. Need not worry, there will be no assignment, nothing will be there, but all mandatory requirements will be available. So that way, multiple copies will have multiple this thing. Okay. Once that is done, what is our next strategy? We want students to be added to this class and teachers to be added to this class. Okay. This is just a fictitious class. I am just showing it here. What has to be done? Please follow it in your own classrooms also. Okay. You can go to your any previous class. Let me say I want, this is class 1A will be a new class. Okay, I will just mark it as 2A. So it will be easy for, I will just mark it 2A. Okay. So class 1 students should come in this particular class. So just search for class 1A. Here it is available. Open up. Go to classwork section. You have your daily attendance section. Okay. Once that is done, click on the assignment. And you have the list of students here. Don't worry, don't do anything. Come to this cob here at the right. Here at the right, click copy all marks to Google Sheets. Just wait for 2 seconds for it to open. Once this is all open, if you open any other assignment, you will see the marks also here. No need to worry about marks, no need to worry about assignments, no need to worry about the names of the student. Click here in this section, in the email ID section. Scroll down to the last and copy it. Copy this IDs. Come to your dashboard. You can do it parallelly by splitting the window. I don't want to overload the Meet, that is why. Come to your new class, 21-22 class. Come to people. Click invite students. Paste it here. Once this comes, add recipient and send invite. The link here is also available. The classroom Google link is available in this section also. You can see in this section also. You can copy it and share through your WhatsApp. But this method is also easy for you. Okay. And say invite. So now the invitation reaches the students, and accordingly come to the old classes and class 1A. In the stream, announce it. Give the announcement. All to join the new classroom. To the link. If you want, you can share the link here also. And just post it. You can just post it. I'm just saving it as draft. My team will take up from here. That's why. Okay, now we have the two classes here, and many number of classrooms are available. We have to do some basic steps here for what we call as the housekeeping steps. First of all is that before you delete any classroom, don't delete any classroom. If you want to delete any classroom, first of all, you should return all student work. Okay. Now this child in class 1A also is available, as well as if he joins, he will be available in class 2A also. So after returning all the work from that class, the students should be removed from this particular old class. Students as well as the teachers should be removed from this particular class. Okay. How to go about? Open the classroom, come to people section, old classroom. I'm talking about this session. Old classroom, come to people section. There is student section here. Click on these actions and remove. So the entire list of students will be seen. Apply, remove here. Okay. I'm not removing here because my teachers have to return the students. So that is why I'm just not removing him. So the first step is any classwork is pending. That has to be sent back to the children. Results, result sheet, anything that is to be sent to the student, that has to be removed. How to check that? I am showing you principal account. You can here in the corner, and to review option is available. To review option is available, or there will be down, there will be one more option to do. If you are enrolled in all the classes, you can see it in to do, or you can see it in to review. Click on to review. If you want me to repeat anything, please give the feedback, because it is steps. I don't want you to miss any steps. Okay, in this particular section, you will find all the reviewing things like this. It will be available. If you click on any one particular thing, you can see. It is a bit slow because the entire classroom data is being available. Okay, just wait. Here it will be available. Okay, in this particular thing, there is maybe attendance already over. There is no students available. Go back. Some of me thinking why these steps are important. I will just brief while the time it loads. By the time it loads, I'll just inform. The matter is related with ownership of the documents. If you simply delete any work which has been submitted by the students, the ownership is with you. The teacher or the class teacher, whoever it is handling it, the ownership will remain. The moment you delete it, the student also loses his work. Select one particular class. So it is very much important that this particular step has to be done. Ownership issues should not occur. And when we unenroll the students from the old classrooms, they will no longer will be able to access anything. If you simply archive it, if you simply archive your class, then the children can resort to malpractice during exam times. They can pick up those classrooms, assignments, and share it with your junior class students. So it is very important for the sanctity of the examination. It is very much important that those students' document rights should be revoked. So that is why we have to return all the work, or at least download all the work and remove from the drive. There are two ways. Either remove from the drive. The moment you remove from the drive, you cannot also share it in your next class. The teacher will also have to keep on searching when assignment was submitted and all those things. So when you remove the file, it is better to return it to the student's file. Once evaluated, it can be returned to the children. If it is not evaluated, take some time, finish and send it back to the children. Okay, so it is the matter about how the drive operates. We are seeing only the classroom here, but actually behind the classroom, the Google Drive is working. I will show you all those things within 2 minutes time, how these things are working out and what are the problems that will arise. Any assignment which you copy from the previous class to this particular class, the old students will also have the access rights. Your rights are not getting transferred, so you have to remove those students from those classrooms. Okay. If this is okay, we can move on with the next.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Kiran from
Yes,
PCL.
Madam Kiran, I think. Yes, Madam Kiran. You are
Sir,
strong.
regarding daily attendance, I think it's assigned to the students there, so you were able to copy the email IDs.
Yes, Madam. Not only that,
But in my school, it's not being assigned, sir. So what is the other way of doing it? Shall I go to any other subject?
any other marks, any other assignment you can open, Madam. Any other assignment you can open.
Okay.
Any other assignment you can open and you can get the data. Okay.
Just wanted to confirm that. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt.
I think
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Madam. Anju, Madam, please go ahead.
So last year we had made the individual class teachers to create the classrooms. So the classrooms were created in the specific format by the like 1 year class teacher created the classroom. So in this step, if we are going to do this step through the principal ID, so the class ownership will be with the principal's ID. Like he or she would be the class teacher of all the classrooms, right?
Yeah.
Because last year we had followed a different format for creating the classrooms where we made the teachers to create the classrooms.
Okay.
So I'm just asking.
Okay, no issue. No issue. Even if you want to create it to the classroom, then you need to add the principal in there.
Yes. So
Okay, because
we will only create this time.
Currently, you can follow any strategy, madam. Okay. If you want the teachers to create the classroom, they should follow these steps. They should follow these steps. Okay. So that the basic thing is that they should not copy the previous classroom.
Yes, sir.
It should be ensured at your end that they should not copy it. If it is done, no problem. Principal can be added in that classroom as co-class teachers, co-teachers. Okay. That step I did not mention it here because it is understood that every teacher should be inside that particular classroom. I am more worried about the students' activity and promotion there, right, madam?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, yeah. Yes, sir. Lakshminarayan sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
See, what is the problem in sharing the name of the class alone and continuing that with the old assignments existing in the same classroom? What is the problem with that?
Sir, along with the assignments, the moment you unenroll those students
Okay.
who have created the data, whom you have returned the files, they are the owners of the files. The moment you remove them from that particular class, they lose access to that thing.
No,
So
no,
you cannot,
what
the teachers cannot share the assignments back, sir.
No, what I'm telling is without removing the names and other thing and all, the existing classrooms, say for example, 1A, okay, the class created 1A, now they have been promoted to 2A, okay. What is wrong in continuing with the same Google Classroom with the old assignments existing in that?
Where, sir, all assignments are already posted with the timeline, sir. All assignments are already posted with the timeline. Okay. And let us see, sir. This is my old class, sir. This is my old class, class 1A. If I simply rename it, all the classes are already uploaded. The new children joining in, they will find difficulty in finding their current assignments. Number one. Number two, loading time inside those classrooms will be difficult. Number three, which when the teacher has done activity, you will not be able to trace at your end.
Okay.
So,
No, is there any possibility of taking backup? Is there any possibility of taking the backup from the drive and then delete the assignments, old assignments?
That I'm coming, sir. That I'm coming.
Rename the class.
That I'm coming. Renaming class is drive and classroom is not connected, sir. Classroom and drive is only drive serves as a storage purpose. It is associated with the owners of the file.
Okay.
Whoever is owner of that file will have access to that.
Okay.
So even if we see it, there may be later words when you are copying, sharing, or all those things. There may be ownership issues. Okay. And Sir, I think okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think senior children passing on the assignment to senior children and all normally happens, and even children whoever is they are using WhatsApp group and other platforms. So many things are disseminated through online. So senior definitely pass on the material to junior, and
Yes.
sanctity of the examination, online examination are conducting.
Sir, actually, what was the opinion at our regional discussion when we had about this? No, sir. The discussion was that this year the demand of the parents will be much more because already 1 year of training is over for all the teachers. So we need not land on to any other issues in between, whether the assignment is loaded, net not loading, slowing, data uploading problem, all these things, they will not listen this year. So it is better we can start in from the scratch. Moreover, it will become clutter, sir. Last year's work, this year's work, and as far as possible, at least at the junior level, we can stop this activity, no, sir.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I would like to ask one more question.
Yes, I think
Vimal here again, sir.
Yes, Vimal.
Yeah.
No problem.
Sir, it might sound a bit silly, but instead of creating a template and again the class, why don't we create a new class directly, like the school code _class _ that class ID, and then the session name? So that will create a new class. All the teachers are already aware of that procedure, and we can have a new class simply with the session. Last year we did not have the session.
Yes. No issue. Let me tell you why this particular thing was done. It was being done at last year. We were discussing it at the class teachers end. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And laterwards, both the PGT. You also know how much we have ran across, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
I agree, sir.
Both the class teachers and the principal will be. Sorry, the technical staff available there, the PGTCS, as well as the principal, will find it difficult if by mistake also one of the class teacher changes the name or does a copying of the class. Why this copying issue also, I will tell you here, it is...
Sir, no, I'm not suggesting any copying, sir.
No, I'm coming to template. Yes, Vimal, I'm coming to the template part. Okay, why I wanted this template is just only to reduce your people's multiple typing time. You are creating a template, the class structure is already made, perfect that class structure, go for multiple copies of this same template. So that you need not worry by creating classrooms again assigned, whether the classwork is inside properly laid or not. Whatever regionally we have mandated, like CCA, English, Hindi, physical education, Fit India, all these activities you are creating in the template once. Then you are doing the system work. So which is better? You tell me, which is better?
Sir, even in this
the
case,
ownership problem comes, no, sir, there.
That is why I use the principal's account.
Then if they are recording a video or something, everything will fall into the principal's drive, no, sir, instead of the class teacher's drive.
It will come to the classroom drive only. Principal will be the owner for that particular drive, and it becomes easy for principals also to send the information to RO whenever it is required, rather than calling each one of them. Okay. Anyway, this is a easy strategy. If it may not be applicable for the whole 50, 42, 47 school as such, at your end, whatever strategy it can be possibly applied. Yes, sir.
Sir, good afternoon.
Simply create in.
Sir. Gandhi, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I am Ganesan speaking from KVIFS.
Yes, sir. Okay,
now we create new classes, and from old classrooms, these assignments should be returned. One thing that sir is telling. Second one, there may be hundreds of assignments under each subject.
Yeah.
And can see some of the assignments are not much important because we have already valued. Shall we not permanently delete or something instead of returning or something like that? Because basically so many subjects, so many assignments, nearly in my maths, I have 122 assignments.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I will answer this particular query. It is a genuine query. Number one, if the assignments are already evaluated and returned, there is no question of returning anything. Okay, sir? If it is already evaluated, assignments are evaluated and returned, there is no question of returning anything.
Okay, sir.
If some are still pending and if it is not important, you can go for deletion of that assignment.
Thank you, sir.
The idea is that whenever you are going to the current session, academic session, no ownership should lie with the students.
I understand.
It should be with the principal, class teacher, subject teacher, or if you are deleting the class letter, the matter should be handed over to the children. That much only.
Thank you, thank
Work documentation should be handed over to the children. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Once these particular steps are over, you can go for the all old classrooms can be archived. Okay. I will just show one. We'll repeat it here. Click on the side and you can go for archive. This is almost all the PGTCS available. They know, almost all the teachers know, all principals also know. I'm just showing this. This is only to make the dashboard clutter free. It is to make your dashboard clean with the current academic activities only. And with this, when the students are not there in that class, only the teachers are available in that class and you are archived the class, you can share the post from that class by using reuse post. In the new classroom, there is an option called create reuse post. Any assignment which you want to use, you can use, but the children won't be able to use. All your classrooms are available here. From any particular class, if you want to pick anything, you can pick and use it from there. I will repeat it here. I will repeat it here once more. Just a minute, just a moment. In the new session, we will only have our new classes here. If we want to use any assignment from the previous class, then click on that class, go to classwork, click create and reuse post. Okay. And similarly, you can find all the classes will be available. You can pick from that. Even the archived classes will be available here. You can pick from those classes. Okay. See here, the archived class is available. I'm selecting that class 1A, which document I want to publish, I can take and I can publish. Let me say Abhyas or chapter 5 worksheet I want, I can take and I can. Oops. Okay, it comes here and you can assign it here. So the idea behind this is that the children should not be able to use the previous answers and the previous assignments. The teacher, if some assignments are very good, can reuse that activities. We need not ask the teachers to struggle again creating everything. So they can reuse that activities. It will get listed accordingly. Okay. If this is okay, we will move on with the last lap.
Sir, just one doubt, sir.
Yes,
Just for my clarification. So in housekeeping, first we should, if any assignment has not been returned, we have to return those assignments to the students. Then we have to remove the students from the classroom, not the teachers, only the students, and then archive the class. These are the 3 steps?
Yes, madam. But I will sum up at the last all the steps once more for all of you. Don't worry. All the steps in sequence I will sum up. Let me just finish the last lab because it is connected with the drive. Okay, drive activities also we have to take care. Okay, if you just click on this particular app, the 9 dots there, and just take the drive option here.
Rakesh?
Yes, sir.
Rakesh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm hearing, sir. Yes.
We need a manual also, step stepwise it is written. Okay, so it will be useful to us.
Sir, this current video is on the recording stage. Once it gets over, I will share it in the group. Okay.
You can share
Because
the
some
recording. You can share the recording also, and
Yeah,
the
some
steps consolidated in
not
the form
attend.
of a PDF.
I will try, sir. I will try. I will let you know. I will let you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why I want the drive section also to be handled by the technical team out there is very soon Google is going to implement 100 TB restriction for all accounts. All Google Workspace account or G Suite account will have only total 100 TB. Now, currently this year, we are having 25 TB running today. As on date, we are having 25 TB running on the Google platform. So very soon, we don't want the files to be missed, children not able to get in the new academic session. So this part has to be taken care of. Okay. Before you initiate removal of classrooms and other things, I would request you to copy this classroom in your drive. In your drive, this classroom will be available in the admin drive. This classroom will be available. You can copy it, and if you want, you can download it, or you can rename it in a different form. So that is one more step that you have to do. Okay. So all old classroom files, I'm opening the classroom. You can see all the old classroom files. You can copy all these files and move it to a different folder. It's simple. You can create a new folder and just copy and paste. I'm not going to explain all those things. Everybody is knowing all those things. Okay. And then the last stage of it is there may be some shared drives here. You can see this option, shared drives. Currently, I have removed for all my team, so nothing is available there. In this section, if anything is available, you can remove it or return it. If you are returning, there it will be nothing will be available in this area. One more area is there, shared with me. This shared drive is across organization. You may have shared it with a different school, your drive and other things. This will be available in this area. If you want to, if anybody has shared with you also, this is the area where you will find that things. If you are removing all access rights, then this will be blank. If the access rights are still there, you will have these values available here. You want to remove it. This is only to ensure that the old files are not getting copied, like the students have shared with you. Those assignments will be available here. If you don't return them, it will still be available here. You can either return them in the classroom or delete it from here, whichever way you want. If without ownership you are change of ownership, if you are deleting, the child also loses the content. So decide, take a decision at your end. For example, this 9th A is shared to me by my computer science teacher. If I delete now this thing, the rights gets, the file also will get lost by the teacher also. So it is better return this file in the Google Classroom according to your use. I will not insist on all those things. It is left up to you, because this is one more area where the drive content gets increased. The total capacity of the drive gets increased. So this part you can take. You are currently looking on only in the PPL Vision Aranam. If I want, I can show you the total bytes also. Then you can come to know 25 terabytes is already over. Okay. Then coming to children part, one small request that the PGTCS has to take up and has to inform all subject teachers and all class teachers. Otherwise, it will be becoming a big job, big burden for all the PGTCS there. Okay. You have to insist all the children to remove any bookmark of the old class that they have kept in their desktop or any classrooms which they have installed in their mobiles. Otherwise, in the new academic session, children will log into the other classes. And because we have removed that classes, they will be having only blank interfaces, not able to join, unable to join messages will keep on coming. So kindly insist all class teachers or subject teachers to request the children to remove all bookmarks. Otherwise, it will be going to be a tough time for the technical team available there. So I will just list out the points that are to be done in the Google Classroom one by one in the order what has to be done. First one, template creation. First step is template creation. It is, if you want your work to be easy, I will not suggest anything further. If you want your work to be easy, create a template and use it multiple times. Second, instruct all subject teachers to return the works, assignments to all the children. Ownership issues will be resolved. Third, add students to the new class by copying their emails method. Easy way. Other methods are also there. This is the easiest way. At least all the children who are actively having email, you will be having in the classroom. Then archive all old classes. And sorry, prior to that, unenroll all the students from the old classes. Okay. Then to the drive, clean the drive from shared drives and shared with me. Take backup of classroom folder. Last step, delete all old classroom bookmarks available on all devices, whichever devices, laptop, desktops, and all those things, get it divided. Final and most important, conduct one session with all the teachers there, inform them all these things, whichever easiest at your school level. I request all the principals to take the decision. These are the steps which I have taken in a common way, in a common method. It may not be exactly as itself replicable. So whatever possible, I have considered easiness of work and accessibility issues and security issue as the major things. So based on that things, you can take a decision at your end, and things will be smooth. It will be easy to pass. Yes,
Sir,
sir.
will-
Ganesh, sir. Ganesh.
Will you please repeat the steps, sir? 9 steps.
Okay, sir. Okay. First one is to create a template. Second one, return the student's work. Third one, add students in the new classroom. Fourth one, and unenroll the students. Fifth one, archive all old classes. Sixth one, go to the drive, remove shared with me and shared drives content if it is not required. Next, take backup. Last, delete old Google Classroom bookmarks. And the final one is for all the principal sirs and madams there. If you just my last tab I am going to show. This is one major step that we have all to do at our desktop level, because we have been attending long meetings in different sessions there. So our calendars are already filled up. So that calendars section, we have to remove that. Even in classrooms also you can do, but at the principal's email point, kindly do it. Otherwise, there will be a lot of cluttering there. So what has to be done? Google Apps, calendar. Let me just share this particular tab. You can see there are many classes there here. The new academic session also will have the same class formation. These classrooms calendars we don't want anymore. So just select on it. Select on it. It will take a little time. Go to the side. And if you want that classroom, you can hide from list or settings and sharing, which is the one I prefer. Settings and sharing. Don't see anything else. Don't waste your time there. Go to the last down. There is a delete button. A delete button. Finish that. Permanently delete. I'm not deleting it now because my teachers are doing the promotion activity, but this is the last step which we have to do to avoid cluttering in the calendars, because same class one day another 4 will come, all these things will happen. So please, you can see so many are there, and if any students gets transferred, those details will also come here. So it is better we can remove them. If any doubt is there, I can pick up those doubts in another 10 minutes time.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I'm Sasireka from KV Golden Rock.
Yes, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Sir, as you said, stepwise, we have to inform our all the teachers to return the assignment. So, is there any time limit, sir, so that the children should not uninstall their classroom app and again they have to unenroll from the old classroom, so that the returned assignment should go again will reach the children?
Madam, I will tell you at my school, I have told 30th is
yes,
the day.
sir.
Decision to be taken by principals.
Okay, sir.
Depending upon the workload available to the teachers, they can take their own valuable decision. But by first, we want things to be smooth.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank
trial
you,
run we can give in 31st.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.